We have a Spring and Nagel. What do you want me to call you, Spring or Anne?
Just call me Spring.
Either of the two, still beautiful name. But I just want to ask Spring, what is the nationality of your father?
My father is American.
And you look beautiful tonight. But anyway, please get one and good luck to the final question that will be asked by the chairman of the Board of Judges, Attorney Regal Oliva.
Good evening, Miss Bacom.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, you know, it's very true. This is the only segment in Miss Negros that is unrehearsed. The judges weren't also told to prepare questions. So this is the moment that we're preparing questions. So my question for you, aside from yourself, who is your biggest competition in this pageant?
Oh my God.
If I really had to choose, I think my biggest competition would be all of them. Because they are all equally beautiful. And I really can't choose between all of them because all of them are just equally unique and they are all giving the gift. And I think they are really using their platform right here to spread what are their thoughts and their beliefs in life. And I think it will always be substance over form. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we proceed with Miss Gihungan. Good evening, Miss Gilman. You have two beautiful first names, Farida and Iris. But I just want to call you Farida. How are you?
I'm feeling great, sir. I feel blessed. I'm so ecstatic. I can't express it. But thank you, Lord, for this opportunity. And thank you, everyone, for being with us today.
You're shaking a little bit. Take your time. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, okay? Because this is not a time pressure and answer round. Please pick one. And the judge that will ask you the question, Miss Gihungan, is Judah Jaire Cohen.
All right. So good evening, Andre number 10.
Good evening, sir.
All right. So my question for you, I want you to choose one, and I want you to explain why it's the most important one. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want you to choose which is more important. To remember the past, to stay focused in the present, or to plan for the future? Just one.
Thank you, sir. For me, it is important to remember the past. The past teaches us lessons, and these lessons guide us in our present for us to make better decisions and wiser decisions, and that way we may become better individuals in the future. The past should not be visited, yet we should learn from it so that in the present, in the today, we can learn and we can mold ourselves into better persons so that in the future, we can be the individuals that we ought to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I know our judges are having now headaches. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to Miss Shanton, candidates number 11. Miss Shanton, Pamela, good evening to you.
Good evening too, sir.
All right, please invite our fellow Nagurenses to visit Shanton.
I would like to invite our fellow Negrens to visit Shaton, my place, my home, because Shaton isn't that industrialized just like any other cities, or Dumaguete City, Cebu City, and any other city. But I will say that Shaton is a municipality where I will say it is a home of neutralization, wherein you could really feel the true essence of living in nature with love, beauty, care, and above all, appreciating what God has given to us naturally. Thank you.
And that is the final question. We are actually just warming up earlier. Please pick one, take your time in answering the question because this is not a time pressured and answer round. The question will be asked by Mary Ann Bianca Guidotti.
Hello, Pamela.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So my question is, do you think the end justifies the means?
Ma'am?
Do you think the end justifies the means?
The end justifies the means. I don't believe on that because doing things at the end of the day isn't really your intention, or there will be some reasons wherein you'll be going to do that because you just have to, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you really ought to do that. You just do that because might be you care for somebody, or maybe you're doing that just for a certain reason. But those things are misinterpreted by people. And I will say that according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in Article 19, freedom to opinion and information. And I am saying this because we interpreted different things. But I will say that the end justifies the mean, and in my personal point of view, it doesn't necessarily mean like that because it depends on a person and how he's going to interpret his actions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 more ladies to go. Let us welcome Miss Bai City. Good evening, Miss Bai City. Your 2 first names, Kim Marie, but I just I'm actually 24, but I'm assuming that you've already finished your bachelor's degree, right?
I finished my bachelor's degree from the University of the Philippines, Diliman, with a distinction of cum laude, Bachelor in Arts in Speech Communication.
Speech communication, all right. And are you working now with the degree that you finished, or what are your plans for the future?
I am currently a second-year law student at the University of Asia and the Pacific, a scholar, and I'm doing part-time jobs as a tutor during the morning.
You're a second-year lawyer. All right. Good luck. Please pick one. And of course, the judge that will ask the question to this second-year law student is Jordan Jairek. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
All right, good evening. Before I ask my question, can you share with the audience what your ambition is to be in about 35 years?
Yes, in about 35 years, I wish to become your first Supreme Court Chief Justice hailing from Negros Oriental.
All right. I'm sure you have many people supporting you in your ambition. My question is, when you reach that goal, how are you going to remember how are you going to remember where you came from?
When you reach a goal, whether it's on the stage, whether it's getting an award, or whether you're just accepting something new, you don't really remember, you reminisce. You don't remember as if it happened in the past, because the people who are there, my family, my home, my local government unit will always be there. They will never fade away as something of a memory. They will stay with me because I will carry them. I will carry them with me because they are the ones who give me strength. They are the ones who makes me see the vision, and they are the ones who keeps me in my place. I see the stars, but I place my feet on the ground because they are there always to support me. So I don't need to look back. I just need to look side to side and in front because they are there always. Thank you.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have the last but not least candidate number 13. Candidate number 13, Kimberly, just want to ask, is it an edge for you being the last candidate that you could actually listen to the answers of the other candidates? You can breathe fresh air and you can relax there.
No, it's not.
Why?
Because as the last candidate, it doesn't matter that if you're in the last for as long as you can do better.
All right, but anyway, good luck to you. Please pick the last folded sheet of paper there. And the judge who will answer the question is Judah Jairek Cohen.
All right, how are you doing?
I feel, okay, to be honest, I'm not that feel good.
Okay, no, that's all right. Just take a deep breath. Let's move on with the question. My question is simple. What's the one memory from this entire experience that you're going to treasure with you for the rest of your life?
Pardon, please?
What is the one memory from this pageant, from this event, that you will cherish with you for the rest of your life?
One memories that I will cherish for the rest of my life is the friendship we build to each other. The friendship that hopefully that will last forever. And those friendships gives me the courage. Because being with them is one of the best things that's happened to me, and building this friendship with them is kind of more than blessing that I could ever receive from our Almighty God. And I'm so happy that I am one of them, and I am one of them who builds the friendship between or among the other candidates, and I will be all thank you.
Thank you very much, candidates. Number 13, actually, that's the essence of this pageant, ladies and gentlemen, because any minute from now, we will all be welcoming the new ambassadors of the province of Negros Oriental, but at the end of the day, they will forever be sisters. But anyway,